Hello, soulful friends. Welcome back to Urban Soul, where we focus on healing, growth, and soulful living. I'm Jax, your lifestyle coach and herbalist. Today we're talking about reconnecting with your rhythm. Yep, we're going to discuss how to get your groove back. Believe it or not, groove is still a thing in 2025. Getting your groove back is not just about feeling good again. It's about reconnecting with the part of you that feels aligned, energized, and fully you. It's that sweet spot where your inner energy meets outer expression, where you're not just surviving to get through the day, but you are living with purpose. You're not forcing life, instead, it flows naturally. So if you've been feeling off, stuck, or just a little out of rhythm, this video is for you. Let's dive in. If you feel like you've lost your groove, the beautiful truth is you can always get it back. Your groove isn't lost. It's just waiting for you to realign, recharge, and remember who you are. Your soul's natural rhythm is unique to you. It's the energetic pace and pattern in which your life flows best. Grooving means your soul is humming. When you're in the groove, you feel alive, present, creative, and at ease, as if life is opening up to you. There are many things that can throw your groove off, both the heavy stuff and the good stuff. Big changes like moving to a new city, starting a new job, ending a relationship, or even getting married can shake up your rhythm. Even exciting milestones can leave you feeling out of sync. That's because your soul is adjusting and recalibrating. And when life shifts, your energy does too. It doesn't mean you're broken. It means it's time to realign. Getting your groove back starts with turning inward, listening deeply, and moving in ways that honor your soul. So, how do you get your groove back? First, you must understand that being in your groove isn't a goal, it's a vibration. It's your vibe. Groove isn't something you find, it's something you activate from within. Being in your groove shows up when you're aligned, expressive, and acting in a way that is true to yourself. And when you are grooving, you know it. It's that feeling when your energy clicks, your smile feels effortless, and you're just vibing. Life's challenges may still be there, but you're cutting through them like slicing butter with a warm knife. That's your soul vibe. It happens when your thoughts, emotions, actions, and energy are in harmony. So instead of chasing your groove, the key is to nourish your vibe. Start in ways such as speaking kinder to yourself, wearing what makes you feel magnetic, or doing more of what makes you laugh with your whole body. Now let's talk about the 3 G's: groove, grit, and grace. Let's be honest, sometimes getting your groove back isn't graceful at all. It can be messy and emotional. It often starts with flashes of an impending deep mindset shift. That shift can show up as crying in the shower, or setting boundaries where once you were a total people pleaser, or picking yourself up after a setback. But here's the truth. Your groove isn't separate from the chaos. It's reignited through it. This is where grit meets grace, where you keep showing up, not perfectly, but bravely. And somewhere in the middle of all that effort, something shifts. You begin to feel your spark again. You start moving with intention. You begin becoming the version of you that's been waiting to emerge. That's Axis Soul, the sacred pivot where your soul realigns and rises. Let's talk about the different ways people can lose their groove. Not all groove loss looks the same. You might see yourself in one or more of these archetypes. First, let's talk about the overgiver. This is a person who is always showing up for others, available, reliable, selfless to a fault. On the outside, it can look like love, loyalty, or a strong work ethic. But underneath, it's often rooted in something deeper, like a need to be needed, fear of rejection, or a belief that your worth is tied to how much you do for others. Secondly, the wanderer. This person isn't lost in the traditional sense. In this context, the wanderer feels a disconnect from where they're going and why. There's often a lingering sense of restlessness, like something is missing, but they can't quite name it. They drift from one thing to the next, jobs, relationships, ideas, all the while hoping the next step will spark something inside. But that spark feels just out of reach. Third, the sleeper is someone who's not necessarily unhappy, but they're disconnected and numb. Life feels muted, colorless, and routine. They're going through the motions of living, but their spark feels dim. Emotions are dulled. Passion is paused. They're not falling apart. They've just quietly shut down inside. Finally, we have the hustler. The hustler is always moving, always achieving, fixing, building, doing. From the outside, they seem unstoppable and that they have it all together. They're productive and high functioning. But underneath that drive is often an invisible heaviness that appears as burnout, disconnect, or a quiet ache that even success can't soothe. Does any of these sound familiar? I'm providing these archetypes because recognizing where you are is powerful. Knowing your groove loss archetype helps you map your way back. Your groove isn't gone. It's just waiting for you to reignite it. Let's talk about Stella for a minute. Yes, that Stella from How Stella got her groove back. If I were to place her in one of the groove loss archetypes, she's definitely a mix, but primarily she's the hustler. At the start of the movie, Stella has it all together on the outside. She's successful, career-driven, responsible, constantly moving, achieving, checking off the boxes. But underneath all that, she's deeply disconnected from her joy. Her life looks polished, but it doesn't feel soulful. She's running on autopilot, doing what she's supposed to do, but there's no real passion in it anymore. And honestly, you could say she touches a bit of the sleeper too. She's been in grind mode for so long that she's kind of numb, just existing, not really living. To get her groove back, Stella did something bold. She stepped away from the pressure and the structure. She said yes to a little stillness, adventure, and feeling. In Jamaica, away from her controlled environment, she finally started to reconnect with herself. She allowed herself to relax and laugh again. She explored passion, not just in romance, but within her own spirit. And most importantly, she allowed herself to be vulnerable and open to new possibilities. Sure, her relationship with Winston was a big part of that journey, but the real groove comeback happened when Stella gave herself permission to live fully again. She stopped just functioning and started feeling. In coaching terms, Stella shifted from force to flow, from control to connection, from doing to being. That's the moment everything shifted, and that's what it really means to get your groove back. It's not just about going somewhere new, it's about coming home to yourself. It doesn't matter how old you are or what stage of life you're in, you can always get your groove back. And don't forget, Many of us are a mix of groove loss archetypes. So as you start making moves to reconnect with yourself, you can begin with the archetype that feels most dominant right now, then work your way through the others as they come up. Or if it feels right, you can blend them together and create a groove restoring path that's uniquely yours. The key is to start somewhere and to start with compassion. So let's break it down. Here are some soulful suggestions to help you get your groove back, based on the archetype you relate to most, the overgiver. You've been everything for everyone else, but now it's your turn. Start by saying yes to you. Light a candle, pour some tea, and ask yourself, what do I need today? Then actually give it to yourself, even if it's just 10 quiet minutes alone. Take yourself on a solo date. No errands, no multitasking, just you being present with yourself. Go to a bookstore, take a walk, or have an at-home spa night. You deserve your own attention. And if you're into herbs, try a little rose or hawthorn in your tea. They're gentle heart openers that help you soften back into your own energy. The wanderer. You've been drifting. Now it's time to root down and rediscover what lights you up. Try making a vision board, not about what you want to do, but how you want to feel. Or go on a walk without a destination and let your feet lead the way. You'll be surprised how clarity shows up when you quiet your mind. In the morning, take some time to meditate and ask yourself a simple question. What does my soul need today? This type of question will begin to spark connection. Consider trying mugwort or nettle tea. It can be a great herbal ally to help ground and clear your mind as you realign. For the sleeper, you're not sleepy. You're just disconnected. And that spark, it's still there. It's time to wake up your senses. Literally. In the morning, give yourself a 5 senses moment. Light your favorite incense. Sip something warm. Look at something beautiful. Let your nervous system know it's safe to feel again. Put on your favorite playlist and dance. Yes, I want you to get your real groove on. Just let your body move. No choreography, just your soul talking through your hips, arms, shoulders, and feet. For the hustler, you've been in go mode for so long you've forgotten what it feels like to just be. So first, pause. Just for a few minutes, no phone, no to-do list. Make a cup of tea, sit outside, and breathe. Try yin yoga or some gentle stretching, something that reminds your body it's allowed to slow down. No hustle required. Explore inwardly. Start by redefining what success feels like from your soul's perspective. This success isn't results driven. Rather, it's about how deeply you connect with your life's purpose and express who you really are. What would that look like? And for your nervous system, try ashwagandha or chamomile tea. These are grounding, comforting, and soul-soothing. Now that you have the tools, it's time to get your groove on. No matter where you are, remember this. You haven't lost your groove. It's just dimmed by busyness, burnout, or a season of change. But it's still there, waiting for you to reignite your spark. Let this be your invitation to start listening for your soul vibe again. And when you hear it, don't be afraid to dance. I truly hope this video lit a little spark inside of you and reminded you that your groove is never really gone, just waiting to rise again. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it with someone who needs a little soul boost. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss what's next here on Urban Soul. Until next time, take care, live better, and I'll see you soon.